The Vanishing, starring Joe Vlogs. Big Barry bloat. This is not actually Barry. This is just a random photo. Directed and written by Timothy Rogers, presumably.
Disclaimer: by participating in this food eating competition, you acknowledge that you're fully responsible for any and all food comas, unexpected naps, or spontaneous belt explosions. Please consult your taste buds and your stomach before competing. We are not liable for any burst buttons, sauce stains, or regretful food babies that may occur. Eat at your own delicious risk.
Joe Vlogs was a man of peculiar ambitions. While others dreamed of fame, fortune, or adventure, Joe's heart was set on one singular goal: to win the annual Great Gargantuan Gastronomical Gluttony Games. Every year, fat contestants from all corners of the globe gathered to compete in this ultimate test of eating prowess. Joe had been preparing for this moment for years. His diet consisted of only the most highest calorie-dense foods, and his practice sessions involved downing pies, pizzas, and pastries with alarming speed. On the day of the competition, Joe was a force to be reckoned with. His stomach seemed bottomless, and his determination unyielding. The competition began with a flurry of forks and knives, the crowd cheering as contestants stuffed their faces. Joe was in the zone, devouring mountains of mashed potatoes, rivers of gravy, and stacks of sausages. Round after round, he outate his opponents with ease. Burgers, burritos, and buckets of chicken vanished down his gullet. As the final round approached, Joe found himself facing the reigning champion, Big Barry Bloat. The challenge: consume a 20-layer cake, each layer richer and more decadent than the last. The crowd held its breath as Joe and Barry dug in. Joe's eyes narrowed with focus. Bite after bite, he plowed through the cake, his stomach stretching and groaning under the strain. Barry struggled to keep up, his face turning green. But Joe was unstoppable. He reached the final layer, his eyes glinting with victory. And then, it happened. As Joe swallowed the last bite, a strange rumble echoed through the hall. Joe's belly expanded like a balloon, his face contorting in confusion and pain. The rumbling grew louder, and before anyone could react, Joe let out a final triumphant burp that reverberated through the stadium. With a resounding boom, Joe exploded in a spectacular shower of frosting and fondant. The crowd gasped, shielded their eyes, and then fell silent. Where Joe once stood was now a sticky crater. For a moment, time seemed to stand still. Then, as if by magic, the remnants of Joe began to shimmer and evaporate, rising like a sugary mist into the air. The mist swirled and danced before dispersing entirely, leaving nothing but a sweet scent and an empty stage. The announcer, stunned but ever the professional, cleared his throat and declared, "Ladies and gentlemen, in a twist we never saw coming, Joe Vlogs has evaporated from existence." The audience erupted in applause, honoring the memory of Joe Vlogs, the man who ate so much he transcended the very bounds of reality. And from that day on, the Great Gargantuan Gastronomical Gluttony Games were renamed the Joe Vlogs Memorial Eating Extravaganza, celebrating the man who achieved the impossible and left the world in a cloud of confectionery glory.
It's described him as one of the most dangerous men on the face of the earth.